We're going to be using these 4 steps in determining how a parent function has been shifted. And we go in this order. We look to see if there's something going on inside the parent function. Then did we multiply by a number directly outside the parent function? Did we multiply by a negative? And then did we add or subtract from that parent function? So in doing that, we're going to start with our parent function of x squared and then describe the transformation. So the first thing we look at is something going on inside the parent function? In this case, yes, inside the square is the minus 5. Remember, if we subtract 5 inside the function, that's going to shift right 5 units. Then I look to see, is there anything directly outside the function, the parent function, being multiplied to it? In this case, no. So there's no stretching or compressing. There's no reflecting around the x-axis. So I go right to step 4. There's a +1 outside the function, which means I'm going to shift up 1 unit. I would encourage you to type in y = x squared into your graphing calculator and then type in y = x minus 5 squared plus 1 to make sure that it really did shift right and then go up 1 unit from our original parent function. For part B, look inside the function first. A +2 means we're going to go left 2 units. Nothing being multiplied to the parent function, so we go right to the +7, which is shift up 7 units. And again, something that you can check. For this next one, look inside the parent first, +8, so that's going to go left 8. And if you're confused by that, go back to the previous page where we had all of this going on. If we add inside the function, we showed last time that it was shift left that number of units. So that's where that's coming from. But on this one, there is something directly outside the parent function that's being multiplied to it, and it's a negative symbol. So remember, a negative outside the parent function is going to be a reflection around the x-axis. And then the only other thing we have here is subtract 4, which means we're going to shift down 4 units. It would be the same, by the way, if this parent had been x cubed and then this was negative times x + 8 cubed minus 4. The directions would still be the same. Go left 8, reflect around the x, shift down 4. It's just that we'd have a different parent function. So again, we're basing it off the parent function x squared. Inside the function, a +7. So the first thing we're going to go is left 7 units. Now directly outside being multiplied is 0.25. So again, go back to the previous page. When I multiplied by a number between 0 and 1, that was a vertical compression by that factor. Oops, so that's what we're going to write here. Vertically compressed. By a factor of 0.25. Notice this one, there's no adding or subtracting outside the function, so we're not shifting up or down. For letter E, notice there's no add or subtract inside the square. So I don't go left or right, but I do multiply by 6 here. So that's going to be some sort of either stretch or compression. And because it's a number bigger than 1, our first step is going to be to vertically stretch by a factor of 6. And then we go right to the -9 outside the function, so that's going to be a shift down 9 units.